It's better than being a dumb one. And as you can see from the list there, we've gone through Always Never the Same, Drastic Measures, Power, and In the Spirit of Things, and then Freaks of Nature. And as you can see, of course, the 80s and the 90s weren't particularly kind to Kansas in the way we ranked them here. But then we've got Somewhere to Elsewhere and Vinyl Confessions. And then we get out of the 80s and 90s and get into the 2000s here with The Absence of Presence and The Prelude Implicit and 2016. And then we get to the top six.
Top six.
The top six with Kansas in 1974, Monolith in 1979, Song for America in 1975, and Mask also in 1975. That leaves the top two.
Dun, 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 dun. All right. Oh, here we go. We got a comment.
Whenever I try to rank these two albums, tracks I have removed Carry On and Dust in the Wind. I can't be objective, having known them long before I listened to the full albums. Okay, so I ran into the same difficulty, but I have done these rankings multiple times over the years too. So I just had to kind of, as objectively as possible, which is a bit of a misnomer,
right.
Rank them through. All right. Well, as you probably heard a tiny piece of already, the next track on our list is the title track of the album Point of No Return. So here at number 11. So we're not quite halfway through the list here.
Okay.
It should be pointed out that, of course, Point of No Return has 10 tracks versus Leftoverture's 8. I did look up the
okay. That's where we were getting the wrong.
Yeah, that's where we were getting things
I was
wrong.
like, 12 plus
Point
7
of No
equals
Return has
19.
more tracks on it because a lot of them are shorter.
Okay.
Like that.
Yeah.
Here's the title track. And not the original video either, because that would get us blocked.
Right. When does this fall in the album list?
It's the very first song on the album.
Well, that makes sense. Okay.
Yep, they opened up with it.
I heard the men saying something. The captains tell they pay you well.
I've heard this one before.
Yep.
Sailing into the show away and leave today. Was it you that said hello?
Yep.
They say the
What a
sea
great riff.
turns so dark that you know it's time you see
Finally.
the sign. They say the point Demon's Guard is an ocean grave for all the brave. Was it you that said hello, hello to the point of no return? You better
I am surprised that this didn't even make the top 10, though.
Yep.
Wow.
And again, it's not because there's anything wrong with it. After all, this is still better than all the songs we've heard so far,
Right.
as far as I'm personally concerned.
Yeah.
But yeah, it didn't make the top 10 because the other 10 songs are better.
And this obviously had a single of it, right?
Yeah, this was
that's, I was going to say,
this
because
was the
this
first
is
single off the album. It came out about the same time as the album itself did.
Okay.
He said he needs you to the point of no return. To the point of no return.
That's a good one.
Great stuff. And like I said, at the point where I first heard this album, and this being the first song on the album, it's also the only song from the album that I knew about at all.
Right.
And as you can see by the moniker there, we're going back to Leftoverture.
Leftoverture.
All right. I love the title of this next song here at number 10
Okay.
in our countdown. This is called Opus Insert.
I saw that when you were on your list.
Yeah, Opus Insert? What? Opus Insert means a work we just stuck in there.
Right. I mean, insert.
And as in it was kind of an afterthought, and yet it's the 10th out of 18, so we're halfway up the list.
It beat out Point of No Return, so okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But yeah, this is our 10th track, our track number 10 in our countdown.
Mm-hmm.
It's from Leftover. It opens up side 2 of the album, so that would make it track 5.
Okay.
And well, this is another one where the first time I heard it, I went, "Wow!" Kind of like with Dust in the Wind. And yet, like I said, we've got 9 tracks that are even better
Oh my gosh.
coming up yet. So this
Okay.
is just getting amazing, more and more amazing all the time here. Opus Insert. Starts out soft. Tracks keep getting better and better. That's the whole point of this.
There's a reason for all my crimes. It's a fact in the way of the times. Moving emotion. It's high and it's low. No matter where you go, there is something for all who love. There's a story in every book. All of the pages, between all the lines. So much that you can find.
Key changes already.
But there's too many empty lives, my friend, and we just can't let them waste away. Well, this life is a precious thing, my friend, and we can't wait another day.
Key change.
After all, it's all the same. Only difference is the name. Here and now is
Nice.
Yeah,
That's nice.
pretty fun.
Sounds like a circus song.
Organ and synth.
Okay, that almost crossed over into PDQ Bach territory again. With all the crazy sounds.
Yep.
But not quite. It was still elegant, all right?
Yep. All right. Just from the opener.
Yeah.
Next part here is great on headphones.
Oh, good. I'm ready. guacamole, that was high.
Yes, that's, yep. And to think that they thought of this as just something that they stuck in there. Brief pause here as we talk about the next song on the list, number 9.
Okay.
We go back to Point of No Return
Now,
for the...
Before you go on to that, there
Yeah.
was a question that I had. So you talked about you got Point of No Return for Christmas, and you listened to that Christmas Eve. When did you get Leftoverture?
A year earlier, not for Christmas, I bought it myself, when I purchased a copy of both Leftoverture and Mask at the same time.
Oh, that's right. That's what
Shortly
you
after
talked
the
about.
single Carry On Wayward Son came out.
I got it.
I actually didn't originally know exactly which album had Carry On Wayward Son on it. Musicland, remember that store? Had Magnum Opus is a mind-blowing experience. Well, stay tuned.
We're coming.
Yeah, it's coming up here yet.
All right, I can't
Obviously,
wait.
it's in the top 9 somewhere, but it's not number 9 because number 9 is on Point of No Return.
Got it.
You talk about Magnum Opus there. Rich Psalm 74.
Yep.
That Magnum Opus is the concluding song of Leftoverture. This is the concluding song of Point of No Return.
Okay.
So,
All right.
nice coincidence there, but this is Hopelessly Human.
Hopelessly Human. Okay.
Yeah. And it's one of their longer songs on the whole set here at over 7 minutes in length.
Okay.
You know how that close with a prog epic,
Of course.
like the pinnacle on Mask. Ooh,
Yeah, that's nice.
turn that Leslie on.
It's a strange aberration, this brainstorm of youth, though it's lost in translation, from fancy to truth.
Oh yeah, Robbie on.
I am giving while I'm watching the light. I'm living precious energy escalating. What was once just a game, it's never the same. No one's to blame.
Love when they do both organ and piano.
Yeah. Oh, and the violin.
Yes. King of Instruments, Harmony 2. pretty much any time you hear both organ and piano, it's Steve Walsh on the organ and Kerry Livgren on the piano.
Nice.
It's a strange situation. There's no cause for alarm. All these hot licks and rhetoric surely do you no harm. They're hopeless to human, both inside and out. A joyous occasion, there's no reason to doubt. When each word is read, but you know the difference if nothing was said. All is rhythm, all is unity. I am laughing as it's meant to be. Just amusing. I am using the word was given, making harmony, moving slowly, dancing aimlessly in the circle, turning fearlessly, resurrected, falling down again, introspected. I'm just stating my views. Now you can choose. What do you feel? Is it for real this time?
Right? We're rolling at 9, right?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
It keeps getting better.
Oh, the church bells too. God.
What a way to close an album.
Right? With church bells. That's awesome.
That is awesome. All right. Now, just for a word here, we're going to stick with Point of No Return for this next one. I mentioned earlier that there are 2 biographical songs on
Oh, yeah,
Point
that's
of
right.
No Return. They happen to be back to back on side 1 of the album.
Okay, so the first one was Albert Einstein.
Was
Was there
Albert-
any debate about this one on who it could be?
There wasn't any debate because pretty much a lot of people figured it out early, and I know the answer to it too.
Okay,
Let's
all
see
right.
if you can. This one might be a little bit more, we'll call it obscure,
Okay, so I really got to dig into the...
a little bit.
Okay.
The man in question that they are doing, and of course I gave away the gender of the
That'll at
person that
least
they're
narrow
doing
it
the
down a little bit.
biography of here, died in 1976.
Okay.
So a year before this album came out.
Okay.
There was a movie made about this person, and I'll know if that. I don't know. I'm not going to say what the name of the movie is. That'll give it away,
Okay.
or it might give it away.
Okay,
I'm not
yeah,
sure
don't
about
give
that
it- don't
because
give
the
it away.
title of the movie does not contain the person's name.
Okay.
But it does. Well, let's just get back into it here and hit play
All right.
and move on here.
Let's do it.
And this one is a lyric video.
Okay, Closet Chronicles.
Once carried through the current and being swept away. The king is in the closet. He's hiding from today. And though he owns all fortune, this room is where he'll stay. And his world is filled with darkness, turning gray. Gazing out the window of the 42nd floor.
That's the first big clue right there.
Yeah, but I don't...
He is separate from all others. No one knocks upon his door. And it might as well be raining, 'cause the sunlight hurts his eyes. And his ears will never hear the children's cries. At first it didn't matter. Nobody seemed to care. They all became too busy to find him anywhere. So no one knew, not even him, he journeyed deep into his mind. I close my eyes, I go far.
Andy.
Nope.
No, but you know who I'm talking about, right?
Andy Kaufman?
Kaufman, yeah.
But he didn't die in 1976.
Well,
He
I don't know
died
when he died. I
in
just knew he died.
1979 or 80. I
Okay.
forget which.
All right. Yeah, but
But-
okay, that was my one guess because I was like, on the day he journeyed deep into his mind because he was a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah.
All
Well,
right.
so was this guy. Is it?
Yeah.
Away from the battlefield, in my dreams, well, here I will enjoy it, where innocence plays with all the laughing children, the kind who are crying right now. Allow me to forget the life I've made my own. I've held this nation in my hand, and yet it's not my home.
Vocals going back and forth.
Just
Yeah,
one
this is
answer
rough.
and one reason why this refugee of the family of man must die. Tell me why.
Okay, so my only other guess is Queen, the lead singer. I forget what his name is.
Freddie Mercury.
Freddie Mercury.
But he died in 1994.
Well, there we go.
So
See,
long,
again.
long ways later. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to leave it more to the end, maybe.
Okay.
Unless you can figure it out before then, but I kind of doubt it. There's not a lot of major clues left.
Okay, all
There
right.
are some clues, though.
Let's
But
go.
now we go in this long instrumental section. And by the way, this is absolutely incredible.
Okay, I'm ready.
live. When they, I saw it live twice on the
Okay.
Point of No Return tour. Actually, they call it the Two for the Show tour, and on the Monolith tour. And on the Monolith tour, they debuted their laser show
Oh,
with this song.
okay.
Wow.
All right, let's do it.
That's when the laser came out.
I bet.
Daydreams fill his nighttime, and night dreams fill his days. Confusion and uncertainty, a puzzled mind of haze. You thought he was so powerful and set upon his ways. Well, he left us all to follow through this maze. I heard the king was dying. I heard the king was dead. And within died the chronicles that no one ever read. The closet's fully empty now, it's occupied by none. I'll draw the drapes, now destiny is done.
synthesizer.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say.
That's done on a synthesizer there.
Wow. Okay, lay it on us.
All right. The movie that was about this same person was it starred Leo DiCaprio. It was called The Aviator.
Oh, then no,
This
I
is
would not.
Howard Hughes they're talking about here.
Nope, I would
who,
never got that.
Became in his later life reclusive. He locked himself in his 42nd floor apartment in New York City.
Oh, well, that explains that. Yeah, no, I don't even know who Howard
Became
Hughes is.
the absolute textbook example of the germaphobe of the century. And
That makes
basically descended into madness. He was once the richest person in America
Oh, wow. Okay.
for at least a short while. At least through most of the 50s and part of the 60s, he was the richest man in America. And then finally he died, and he never wrote an autobiography or anything like that, even though he had ample opportunity, obviously, to do so in his reclusiveness. And that's where the song Closet Chronicles comes from.
Interesting. Yeah, I would have never got that. I don't know. Would y'all have gotten that? Oh.
On side 2 of the album Point of No Return, after we have Dust in the Wind and Sparks of the Tempest, we get to this, and we already heard one other part of side 2, the concluding song, obviously on the album Hopelessly Human, comes what I consider to be the best violin solo that Robbie ever did.
And it still only made, what, number 7?
And we're up to, let me just see the number here. Yes, we're up to only number 7 on the list here.
Best violin solo only makes number 7. Holy guacamole, y'all.
Yeah, exactly. Well, let me call it up here. This is called Nobody's Home. And yeah,
Nobody's home.
nobody's home.
Okay, I'm done.
All right. Oh, it does have radio.
Thank you, Enzo Costa.
Right after Spark of the Tempest, right before Hopelessly Human.
Okay. Is that the violin?
Yes,
That's nice.
but the solo is coming up as spectacular.
Right, right.
It's empty now, no friendly face, and nothing lives within.
This is a nice
I
song.
look around and I find no trace to tell me what has been. So far I've come to find there's no one here, no life I fear. I came for nothing, they have gone, and nobody's home. No one's home.
This is nice. I like this song. It's my favorite so far.
I came to learn, perhaps to teach, but I can tell somehow the world that I was sent to reach has got no future now. Across the galaxy to spread the word and no one heard. I came for nothing, I'm alone, and nobody's home.
Chord progression is nuts. I love it.
It's a lot different than a lot of their other songs.
anthem was never sung, no elegy was read, no monument was carved in stone in memory of the dead. For those who made this place do not remain, they feel no pain. A stranger fate was never known.
I really like that song. It's so different from like everything else that they do.
Well, even Dust in the Wind, which came just 2 songs before that, was very, very different compared to anything else that they had done.
Right. Yeah, wow. Well, and then Dust in the Wind took off. Well, this was a bit of a longer song, though, wasn't it?
A little bit longer, but not terribly long compared to most others here.
Okay.
All right. This is the song that started it all. Coming up next here. I know you know it.
I know, I saw it.
Said it many times before, as a matter of fact. But as far as this goes, this is only the 6th best song between the 2 albums.
Okay, that's
Like
that's so interesting.
But most of you probably saw it in the upper left corner there of the of the window. This. Here we go.
There we are.
All right. There we go.
Woohoo!
This is Carry On Wayward Son.
Hey, let's
Carry
go.
on, my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more.
Probably the most recognizable of all of Kansas's songs. Although it is number 6 on your list, yeah, I'm pretty sure even probably no.
Think about how many times you might have seen this on Supernatural.
Right, exactly. Even the Gen Z would probably know this song.
Yeah.
There we go.
Once I rose above the noise and confusion, just to get a glimpse beyond this illusion. I was soaring ever higher, but I flew too high. Though my eyes could see, I still was a blind man. Though my mind could think, I still was a madman. I hear the voices when I'm dreaming. I can hear them say, carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head
be pointed out that the single version of this song is cut almost in half.
That's what I was going to ask, because I know they had to do all that with some other songs to try to make them for the radio and take out a lot of this.
That's despite the fact that this really isn't all that long. I mean, it's over 5 minutes, but even by the standards of the day, this was not a terribly long song.
Right. Okay. Before you move on to the next song, you should probably, let me check out, go back, go here, let me see this fast. Sorry, y'all, we're gonna, before we continue to rock, we do have this weird error that I want to try to figure out what it says. Hold on, right there.
Well, more info would be it.
The stream has been temporarily blocked because we detected audio belonging to someone else. Oh, if you plan to continue, please ensure that... I can't see the rest.
Yeah.
Oh dear. So, I don't know if we're streaming at the moment, Dad.
Tell us in the comments. Tell us in the live stream comments if you are still able to see us at the moment here. Hopefully that's a temporary error.
Yeah.
And that y'all come back.
What happens if you click the exclamation point? No, you can't click it, huh?
Yeah, it doesn't do anything.
Boo.
But hopefully we are still streaming. Hopefully we're still live. At the moment, honestly, I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
Well, we could check on here.